Welcome back, everybody, to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Today we are back after BSing our way to redemption by just pitting two people against each other with the whole 3D shenanigans. Or the, was it?
Did I miss much?
Yeah, you missed enough to kind of insinuate that there is a reason to probably keep the case going on. We had one of those things where they all voted against, and then we convinced some of them to say, we probably should have the case go on even further, see what's going on.
And there's colored blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's right. We have blood color types now. So now we can really see if they're blue bloods or not.
Order, please, let us resume proceedings. Witnesses, you will now retake the stand.
Oh yeah, we got these guys here. Waluigi and Wario.
Oh yes, not Wario and not Waluigi. They're baddies, so they say.
I presume you heard the Defense's Counsel's submission examination?
I forget, was I playing him?
You were playing him. You were playing him. I was playing the short guy.
Yeah, Governor.
I did, Gov. I did.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin.
Blimey.
Oh.
I take it they're brothers?
Yes, they're the Skulkin brothers.
And they claim that Mr. Detective on their far left there is also their brother. They keep on saying, it's like, oh, he's our brother, he is. And he's like, no, you lump yourselves in with me.
This is going to be hard work. Set. Earlier in the trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Windibanks. Flashback. However, that was a lie. You brothers.
Blimey.
He has jiggle physics too. On the night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's quarter.
We never done nothing of the sort.
How did you figure that out?
They look like raccoons. Might make the masks though.
You are now
So look at
formal
each other.
testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question. And this time, you will tell the truth.
Or else you'll go on the naughty list. Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. And that, gentlemen, may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again. A thought worth pondering, perhaps. Excitable, Gobbly!
Will Blab, Will Squeak, Will Peach.
Will Rat? You know, being thoroughly threatened by their own prosecution. Alright, we didn't knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling for nothing.
It was when we heard them gunshots, you see. Made us both jump. All that stuff went flying.
Some of it didn't give me a fright. We was thinking the shooter come out the door and kill us next.
We stuck everything back where we found it and scuppered straight into in the black.
Well, we couldn't have shot the pawnbroker site, but we never had a chance, did we?
So you admit to the defense's accusations? You did indeed ransack Mr. Windibank's countertop on the night in question.
No, ransack, Governor, no.
That's right, Nash. That's right. It's more like we tidied it up, yeah. Sorry.
By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good there, miss. The way you say it, we hardly sound like roughs at all.
We don't, Nash. We don't. Can't make us sound a bit more cutthroat.
It just can't be coincidence that these men showed up at Windibank's that night. There's more to their testimony than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. Alright, time to go ahead and press everything.
Hold it!
Is that the case? Then why didn't you testify to the effect in the first place?
Wait exactly. Wait, are we?
Wait, Nash. We ain't. If we admitted to something like that, people would think we was up to no good.
Well, that ain't gonna be out of China. Wait, I mean, land ourselves in even more trouble.
And in fact now, as a result of lying in your previous testimony, that's exactly what you've done. Landed yourselves in even more trouble.
That's rotten luck.
It says the rotten apple eater. Yeah.
Witnesses, explain your actions to the court. Why did you ransack the victim's counter? Oh, we never ransacked nothing.
Right, Nash. Right. More like we tidied the place up.
Sorry.
Hold it!
So, what you're saying is, the sound of the gunshot shocked you so much, you knocked all those things off the counter?
Well, it's not one of us that much yet. This dragon has allowed to keep his shirt on.
Look, it was loud, all right? Blimey. Me dead granny would have woken up that bang.
Big brother has squeaked like a blooming baby and fell over on the counter. He knocked over a load of books too. A candlestick is a stolen one.
That got tangled in some marionette. What knocked over a picture frame? What knocked them scales on the floor?
Really mastered working quietly then.
What a racket. Me granny would have been scared back into a grave at a clatter like that.
Scared back?
So, in short, the gunshot took you by surprise.
And then some. Oh, I mean, it was quite as a mess. Then all of a sudden, blah!
Excuse me.
Inspector Gregson, do you have something to add?
Like I keep saying, I don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels.
No? Something to add to their testimony? You seem to react just now what Mr. Skulkin said. Did it make you think of something?
It's probably nothing, of course. I wouldn't even bother to mention it. Only... Well, the fact is, case don't get solved if you ignore the little detail.
Yeah, how about you just tell us what's on your mind?
As you know, we brought these fellas into the yard for questioning last night. And then the statement they gave us told us slightly different stories what they're saying. Did it? You claimed you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot.
Might have, Gov. Might have. Does ring a bell now you mention it.
Granted, it's only a minor detail, but still. I can't help feeling like perhaps you've been a bit sloppy with your testimony here, eh, fellas?
If I discovered the witnesses' testimonies have been more sloppy than has hitherto proven to be, I shall be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them.
Easy, easy.
We'll get it all right this time.
Wait a second. I now know where the origins of Sister Bikini came from. Either that or somehow she. No. Clearly, not Nash. He's clearly related to Miss Daredeb. They have the same jiggle business. And they're about the same height, too. Wait a second. Does that mean this guy's related to Mr. Daredeb now by extension? I mean, the chins match, I suppose. It's a family matter. That's it. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. Then speak. Supplement your testimony with whatever details have miraculously returned to your questionable minds, sirs. Thank you are.
Yeah, that was my line, brother.
We're the same. We're Ringo and Nash.
Just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me the gun!"
Hold it!
So, in fact, you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously?
We did, Gov. We did.
Although I suppose to be being honest, we had a kind of wavering voice before the yell and all.
If you don't want to get shot, give me that gun.
Give me that.
Bam.
Kind of, dude, that is adorable.
That is. You know what? Instead of being baddies, they should go to the circus.
Kind of thing.
A career in acting tragically missed.
Hey, we're not alone here.
And where were the voices coming from? Could you tell?
Of course we could. From the other side of the door behind the counter it was.
From the storeroom, where the victim was found dead.
And the voice you heard, it was that of the victim, Mr. Windybank.
You know, Van Sykes is being awfully way more involved in this cross-examination than he has in previous cases.
I have a feeling he's not really that much antagonistic. He just comes off as being the bad guy because he has such a bad reputation.
On me granny's life. Of course it was.
Because remember, the last few times we actually were in court, on his granny's life. Of course it was. Because he's always helped us with cross-examination, even though it might be to his own detriment. He's not out to necessarily win the case. He's there to get the truth. And he doesn't like when people are withholding information.
I suppose. So, that would mean that you both knew Mr. Windybank and the sound of his voice.
So that would mean, what?
What, Nash? What? Any ideas? Yes, Counsel. Indeed it would.
No. We didn't know the teaser. He wasn't a long-lost brother or nothing.
Oh, I'm supposed to deny it when that bloke in all the fancy glover's giving us the evil eye?
Fancy clobber? I have to repeat that. If you value your lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true.
Oh, my granny's life it is.
Oh, it is Granny's life. It must be.
It's a good job his granny's dead.
To summarize then, immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then hear the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them over the shop floor.
You make it sound like we're clumsy.
Don't forget we tied it up like after good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it,
Hold it!
You're saying that Mr. Windybank had a gun in his hands?
oh yeah, bet that was a sight, eh? And then them two waving them guns at each other. Must have got pretty heated. I mean, just before he shut it down, we had the geezer say, if you don't want to get shot.
Didn't really sound like you meant it, mind. More of an empty threat, you could say.
Mr. Windybank was known to keep a revolver on his shop counter at all times. People say that to protect the articles in his keeping, he'd readily put a bullet in someone's head if required. Holy shit! Ready to throw the hands at the end of a gun. Mr. Windybank was the insurance. Not someone being himself, of course.
Good grief! Extraordinary devotion. Indeed, if alarmingly misguided.
Well, he certainly sounded like he was ready to pull the trigger the other night. Only the person he was going to shoot fit into it. Took his good proper.
Bet he wish he squeezed the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun."
And it was directly after those words that you heard the gunshot?
It was more or less at the same time, Gov.
Give me that gun. Right here. Kind of thing.
Yes, current acting. Well, didn't we just do this already?
Then we heard the sound of someone hitting the deck. Before everything went dead quiet.
After that, we done slapdash job tighten the place up.
Why would they bother tying the place up after they hear a gunshot? Wouldn't they just, book it after hearing that? I mean, normal people would. They would have been like, oh shit, I think the last thing on anyone's mind is, oh, I'll tidy up. For what reason?
So you didn't try to open a storeroom, then?
These don't seem like logical people.
Well, also true. Not on your life.
It went deathly quiet after that, it did. Put the wind right up me. But anyway, the door was locked, wasn't it? No way that was opening.
Yeah, of course. It was locked from the inside, or so we've been led to believe.
It was, Guy. It was. From the inside.
Nice guy, Gov.
You never know. They could be the perfect guy. Right. So we had no way of knowing what was going on in there, did we?
Unless there was some other way to get a view of the inside of the storeroom. Like through the keyhole? Or spy hole, perhaps?
Don't ring no bells, don't light no lights.
We ain't cut and run before we knows anything like that.
What? We're still cutting our teeth in this game, see? But one day... Watch him.
We'll really cut the mustard.
Really cut the mustard.
You still gotta work on that timing, boy.
Please, cut it out.
But as you know, behind that door was the victim's lifeless body, and the accused, not 2 feet away.
Yes, unfortunately. Gina was there, unconscious, with the gun in her hand.
So hold on, if they're saying give me that gun, wouldn't that imply that maybe he was facing her, perhaps? Maybe.
Possibly.
Because the gun was definitely shot at his back, otherwise the exit would have been far more... might have been gruesome. I suppose that's only for, like, modern-day bullets. This was just a musket ball, after all. Still, though, it should have done some kind of damage. Which is a good thing we're not seeing it, but still. To confirm, would it be correct to say that neither of you set foot inside the storeroom?
That's right, Gov. That's right.
Couldn't have, even if we wanted to. Why, because it was locked.
Hold it!
Yes, whereupon you fired a shot from your own gun at Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, yeah, we was a bit hasty there.
Was, Nash, we was. Truth be told, I was already shaking like a leaf when you lot turned up.
Drink that tea, Iris.
Explosions.
Okay.
No, don't be casting shit.
If you're shaking like a leaf, don't put a loaded gun in your hand. Good advice, manly sounding girl. Good advice.
Truth be known, my mind went totally blank. Yeah.
Before your mind goes totally blank, make sure you don't have a loading gun in your hand.
This is sound advice from a child. Considering he knows something about firearms. Mental mate, miss.
After that, we legged it down the street, but apparently we looked dodgy to the coppers somewhat, so they clapped the dobbies on us like winking.
And after you'd been handcuffed, the police found this revolver in your possession. Possession, correct?
Yeah.
What was it? That proves it, yeah? Eh?
Hold it!
And why should we believe that?
Hey, what was it? It's true, isn't it?
The place was totally empty when we went in.
At the time, the victim was already in the storeroom, having been forced to open the door by the accused who had a gun to his head. In other words, on the night in question, these two witnesses never even laid eyes on the proprietor of the pawnbrokery, Mr. Windybank. Correct.
You got it, mister.
Down to a T.
So the Skulkin brothers never actually encountered Mr. Windibank. Is that really true? I wonder.
If they couldn't hear anyone else but the two voices there, then what's the possibility of there being a third person in there?
Possibly. That's it.
Because remember, they heard the gunshot, they straightened up, and then they left. They never saw anyone. They just figured there were two people.
That's it. That's the full extent of their testimony.
What is it, Rudo? You look very... I could pour you some herbal tea if you're tired.
I don't want to sound like you right now, Iris.
He does the opposite.
Being such a logical thinker, you're probably laugh, but I feel as though these brothers are still hiding something important. It is nothing more than a feeling, though. I have no proof to support it.
Well, feelings can be very logical at times.
Sorry.
People's expressions, the movements of their eyes, the words they choose. You can take all that and and your brain will quietly analyze it to come up with the feelings like you describe.
You know, to me, I just feel like you're making her sound like the guy from Metal Gear. Be like, herbal tea, son. It's like,
Sorry, I'm trying to make her sound like Fleck.
Armstrong? Senator Armstrong? How are you this young? Nano machine, son.
you can't.
I don't think he has a country accent.
I don't know, man, for 13, look at my trucker hand. Well, boy, howdy. What are you doing in these part of those sticks there, Sonny?
Anyways.
Is that two countries? I'm sorry, are we talking Western or are we talking Eastern?
You've concluded that there's something suspicious about this testimony without knowing why. That's all. I think you should trust your instincts.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Iris, thank you. Sometimes I think if she's 10 years old, I must be 5. All right. So we knocked down a few things over, but we weren't rifling for nothing. Just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." Hold on, we go back. The bloke who owned the place was holding a gun, so you should have fired. Should have fired instead of yelling at the girl. Lummy, it didn't half give me a fright. We wasn't thinking the shooter come out the door and get us next. We was thinking.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Remember, they never saw Mr. Windybane, so that means there's a potential if there was a third person there, another man, because there was a girl, and there's only one other person it could be is Jimmy, unless Suzato-san just snuck out just to play murder mystery IRL.
We struck everything back when we found it and Scarper straight into the black. We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance, did we? Alright, let's take a look at our evidence. So, we have... Let's go to the most recent. Stereoscope. Post-shooting photograph. Photograph taken automatically by the red-handed recorder showing the scene after the murder was taking place. This is like the most minute use of it. Skulkin Brothers gun. A firearm found in the possession of the Skulkin Brother upon their arrest. There are no signs of a single round was fired.
Wait, hold on. There's no evidence that a single round was fired?
No evidence.
But if that's theirs...
So there's ammunition still loaded in 5 of this revolver's 6 chambers, or 6 cylinders.
Let's see. Yes, which tells us that only a single shot has been fired.
Exactly.
One shot ahead of the bloodline.
The bullet that hit Hurley, the bullet that hit Hurley, in fact, isn't it?
Yes, it happened almost as soon as we walked in through Winnebank's door.
I'll make those brothers pay.
And then we got Winnebank's gun. We already looked at this one beforehand. I'm gonna speed read through this one. Mr. Win, its cylinder is empty, and you only have 1 bullet in there.
So, we have 2 guns, and how many bullets were fired from the 2 of them?
Well, technically 2, right? Let's take a look at our
2 guns and 2 shots.
Winnebank. So that's green.
Well, that would have been 3 shots. Unless that gun went right through Hurley and hit that.
Unless that is unless that is Hurley's blood.
I mean, he did go in first, and he was shot first.
Okay, let's take a look at this thing again. We stuck everything back where we found it and scampered into the black. Well, technically that's not true because if you look at the
2 photos.
Yeah, the stuff on. Well, let's see. No, like I'm looking at both. Technically, yeah, they are right. The only thing the only thing on this side that's missing is everything's leaned to the right side. Got the photorealistic dog. Little piece of papers there. It's ledger. The lamp. Ledger.
Where's George with his good ideas?
Wait. Wait a minute. That's still there, right? Oh, that is still there.
Classic. What's missing? Yeah, that skull whatnot thing they mentioned. The scales, the marionettes.
Wait. I was gonna say if this tag was missing. Wait a minute.
Huh?
This is broken.
The glass or the clipboard?
This is
Wait, show
broken.
again.
This is broken.
Like right at the front? Okay.
That's broken.
Oh, it is broken. Ah, they knocked over the lamp. But now the question is, where's the glass?
How did I miss that? How did I-
It's because it's in the forefront. We're literally looking at the two figures there, and it's like, okay, out of all that right there, because the first part of the case was literally noticing, oh, it shifted because we had the whole stereoscopic messes happening.
Okay. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else there. Yeah, yeah, legit. That is broken. I'm just checking one more time. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a good find. Man, I can't believe I did. Okay, so let's look from the very top here. Maybe they said something about 1-to-1, right? We did knock over a few things, but we weren't rifling for nothing. That's false,
Yeah.
technically.
No. It's the next part. When they say it's like, we put it all back.
Uh, just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." The bloke went and owned the place, holding a gun. Should have fired, still yelling at the girl. Give me a fright because we were thinking the shooter came out of the door to get us next. We stuck everything back where we found it and scarper straight into the black. Okay.
But you didn't. Because everything fell on the ground.
And you can't reassemble glass.
Unless they're Magic. Or Mario. Magic Mario. It's like Magic Mike. But without the stripping.
Objection!
Nope, that's not it. Okay.
Then maybe it was we weren't rifling or nothing. Maybe they broke that thing before everything else. Maybe you're right.
Just checking.
These two aren't exactly the most graceful of thieves. I dare say Master Mask could have done this thing better.
Need to look back at that. Kind of lock you into this little line of dialogue when you don't really want it. Okay, but at least we know that there is a before and after of that. We did knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling. Maybe it's this.
Objection!
No, okay, just checking, just checking. Okay, because we got all that on lockdown.
Well, when he says we weren't rifling or nothing, it's possible that first part of the statement, before they mentioned the gunshot and everything, that might have been when they broke it. Because they would have been at the desk.
Okay, a single bullet to the back. This contains article about government secrets being leaked to foreign agencies. McGilded case notes about McGilded's case that worked on 2 months ago. I don't think that has anything to do with right now. Okay, let's look all the way to the back and see if we can find it. It's a little bit of a toughie. Okay, all right, we did knock over a few things, but we weren't rifling. Okay.
I guess you could verify that he was knocking a few things over because the glass was broken.
Well, I did throw it on that one, but it didn't count, so I'm moving on from that. Just keep that in the back pocket of your mind. Just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." The bloke
Maybe if we show up Mr. Windybanks, maybe they could say it's like, did it look like this man could have said that line, "Give me that gun"? I mean, that's a bit of a long shot, I understand.
Objection!
But if they could recognize either of them,
Nope. Okay, hold on.
it's throwing everything at the wall here.
Yeah, it's one of those moments. Couldn't shot the pawnbroker. See, we never even had a chance to. We never even had a chance, did we?
I don't admit it enough, but honestly, George, when he comes up with his ideas, it's like, wait. This would totally be something George would do. He's always an outside the McHappy Meal box thinker.
Objection!
I'm thinking, because something has to make sense with that one. Stuck everything back. We found it. Okay. Couldn't have shot the pawnbroker because he never had a chance, did we? Everything back. We found it in Scarborough. Straight in the black. Did I do that on this one already?
Objection.
Yeah, because we proved that Holmes was shot, right?
I think real hard on this one.
It's like you scarpered back into the black, but then Hurley came in and you shot him, and then you made your escape.
Thinking real hard here, because what would that be the case? Let's take a look here.
Because we also made them confess the fact that, oh yeah, we shot Mr. Holmes, right? Mr. Holmes.
Yes.
Then that would mean the bullet shot on the wall is due to their gun.
Let's
Unless
see.
that's what we need to prove.
Okay, let's think real hard because we have. Oh, I don't know. Would the stereoscope be a thing? Okay, hold on. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, a few things over. Already was yelling out. The bloke was on the place holding a gun, so he should have fired instead of yelling at the girl. Lummy didn't have. We were thinking the shooter come to the door and get us next. We struck everything back when we found it and scarpered straight into the black. Couldn't have shot the pawnbroker scene. We didn't read a chance, did we? Yeah, because if it's give me that gun, he would be facing the person, right?
Yeah, it seems kind of odd for him to have done that. I mean, it's not impossible to.
Details: victim, pop, win the big meal, ported party. Single bullet wound in the upper half of victim's back. No visible signs of trauma. Instant death from a post or anterior bullet wound to the heart. The bullet entered the body from the back on gently rising diagonal trajectory. These guys are saying that he got shot in the front.
Essentially, I mean, we can verify. So honestly, it sounds like, yeah, they had him in a stick up, but they were facing him, and he would have had his hands up. He's like, give me that gun. But it's like, but he was shot in the back. So why would he say that?
That wasn't it either. That wasn't it, unfortunately. Knowing how the thing works, it needs to be stopped.
Are we sure there was nothing missing from him?
Wait.
Hold it.
Just skip through here. Hold on. Whereupon you fired your own gun. Yeah, it was a bit hasty. It was. Okay, yeah, good advice. Yada yada. Totally blank. Uh-huh. That's where he street. Apparently, we look like coppers.
Okay.
We've been
So yeah,
handcuffed. Police found this revolver in your possession, correct? Yep. Uh-huh. But listen, that proves nothing. Shot the pawnbroker. Uh-huh. Hmm. Let me see. Hmm.
Objection!
you know Columbo will do a great job at figuring out this case already.
Oh, indeed. Hmm.
My wife, oh, she loves these sort of things. Could never figure out why. Turns out he's been alone his whole life and he just hallucinated his wife
Hold it!
to get people off his back.
In his hands. Yeah. Shadowwood geezer if you want to get shot. Didn't really sound like a man at all. More of an empty threat, you could say. Okay.
It's like one of those
Someone-
cases where we have to like do the same sort of like double questioning, but we throw the same evidence and maybe we'll just add or something easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Pull the trigger that night. Only the person was going to shoot be who's proper. Which squeeze the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun." It was directly at the words here, the gunshot. More or less same time, Gov. Give me that gun. Bam. Kind of thing. Yeah, because we know he got shot in the back though.
Yeah, the way they're acting it out.
Sound some hit
How would
in the
they
deck.
know though?
Or
Remember, they
everything
mentioned
was
like unless
quiet.
there's a way to view inside that room. So unless there is a way to look inside that room.
I'm just here smiling and nodding because I don't know what's going on.
I can definitely tell you're smiling and nodding. The shooter would come out the door and get us next. Again, if you thought that, why did you think tidying up would be your
Let me
best
just-
option?
Press all these over again. See what happens. I'm gonna skip ahead. See if I'm doing something wrong there. Okay. Okay, more trouble. Yes. Rotten luck. Yes, yes, yes. Tie a place up. Yep. Okay, nothing new is there.
Unless Gregson is giving us something new.
Because we listened to him as soon as he grumbled a bit. I'm not sure if that threw something off. Okay. Okay, good. On the other
Unless you-
side.
I just want to throw the autopsy report that says like, excuse me, but the way you're acting it out doesn't make any sense because he was shot from the back. Yeah, like that.
What? Yes, counsel, indeed it would. No, we didn't know the geezer. Okay. Cloaking every friend's club, giving an evil eye.
Actually, you know what? Considering we said they were Waluigi and Wario, honestly, the tall one is green and the short one's wearing a bit of a reddish color. It's just Luigi and Mario as criminals. Luigi, we didn't do nothing wrong, Governor. We were just piffling and riffling.
Okay.
Hold it!
I'm just gonna press everything again, see if maybe something changes. Okay, misguided. The gun. Got the gunshot, yep. Boom. Okay. Okay, let's see. Hold on.
Hold it!
So I didn't try to open a storeroom then, now you're live. Oh man, just finding the answer for this one's a little annoying right now. I'm gonna view the storeroom.
They didn't try to open it, but did they at least see inside?
Yes, fortunately, okay. Conscious gun in her hand, okay. That's right. Problem is you're dealing with liars here, so you have to catch that specifically with the right evidence. Okay, that's this thing here. If I don't get it within this rotation, I'm gonna look it up just to see what's going on, because I'm kind of perplexed what the solution is.
Hold it!
Let's see.
We need the Joker to finish our Velocro game. We need George.
Okay, down to a T.
Yeah, they said they never laid eyes on proprietor, so how do they know if that? How do they know that was him saying the thing and not someone else?
Okay, I'm gonna look this up here. Okay, so let's see. The whole truth. Okay, the first thing to do is press statement 2, pay attention, and when prompted, pursue Inspector Gregson. Apparently, these two baddies told a very different tale last night when questioned about the events that they heard, and the victim shot something before the gunshot. They will alter their testimony accordingly. Then present the crime scene photograph at the new statement 3. Huh? Crime scene photograph. Statement 3.
As in the not the storeroom of the proprietor.
Oh, let me see what
That's
statement
the
3
time photo,
says.
right?
Okay, 1, 2. 3 is back here. Holding guns, so we should have fired instead of yelling at the girl. Okay.
Wait, the bloke was holding a gun. Hold on. He was holding the gun, not she. The crime scene photo clearly has
Crime
him
scene
on the ground
photograph.
dead, no
Yeah.
gun in his hand.
Objection!
That is so picky. I thought we did that already.
Well, no, hold on, because we were assuming that the person with him had the gun, but he said the bloke what had the gun, the bloke being the guy,
Oh.
which implies that he was holding her hostage, not the other way around.
Okay, so we just missed it by like a fraction. Got it.
That's fine. We were looking at glass on a table, which we can now point out to George later.
That night in question, the victim, Mr. Windibank, was wielding a gun. Is that correct?
That's it, go. You got the picture? Literally.
Yeah, it was Nash. Yes, no question.
And yet,
Mario.
photographic evidence obtained immediately after the incident clearly shows that Mr. Windibank was not holding a firearm of any description.
What?
Hey, you what?
You fucking what, mate? God, Bennett. Daddy, right?
Objection!
Objection. There can be no question that the victim's revolver was used in the incident. I would remind the court that Mr. Windibank's gun was found at the crime scene. Not only was it identified as the murder weapon, but it was found in the accused's hand. Mario Luigi! Yeah, that monk's going to use the victim's zone, trying to finish him off. Give me that gun! Ah!
Bam. Kind of thing.
Hold it!
Stay exactly where you are, right there.
They claim they didn't see it,
Eh?
but then why are they acting it out?
If the crime scene had taken place as you so colorfully described in your testimony, it would give rise to the undeniable and significant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out.
Goodness, are you sure, Counsel?
And now the shot in the back happens. You intrigue me, my learned Nipponese friend. But let's see some evidence to support your claim. Ask and he shall arrive. Oh wait, this is Jake, not George. Welcome back. Because they proved that he was shot from the front. They're acting out that he's shot from the front. So clearly it's the same crime photo, but it's the victim shot in the back.
Yeah, it'd be this one.
Yep.
Or you know, the autopsy report, because that has undeniable truth to it.
Yes, because not only was he shot from the back, but at an angle.
Yeah.
Although this does make it far more damning that Lestrade did actively shoot him.
Take that!
According to their testimony, the witnesses claim to have heard a shout of "Give me that gun," followed by the gunshot.
Indeed, with the two events happening almost simultaneously, or so we've been led to believe.
Yes, that's right. Now, if that testimony is true, it would mean that at the moment of death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, in the autopsy report, it clearly states that the victim died instantly after being shot from behind.
Back shot.
So, as stated before, there is an undeniable inconsistency to your testimony, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin.
Is he on his knees?
But it's God's honest truth.
It is, Nash, it is. When he shot that night,
Something had a gun in his head. We saw him throw a big noise.
Ah, did I hear you right just now? You actually saw Mr. Windebag holding a gun?
Something like that might have slipped out.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have all just heard from the admission by these two witnesses that on the night in question, they actually saw with their own eyes the victim wielding a gun. Which can only mean that despite their testimony to the contrary, the Skulkin brothers must have encountered the victim in person.
What?
Nash, Order! Order! Witnesses, explain yourself at once.
Well, the thing is, we're supposed to, it would seem that my previous warning fell on deaf ears. I made it quite clear that false witness would be the death of you.
Am I to understand that you replaced the untruths of the original testimony with renewed lies?
I'm so sorry, God. The truth is saying we,
Cut it out, Nash. Cut it out. If we blab now, you know what they'll do to us?
He? Who are they talking about?
let me make your position here perfectly clear. You will fall. There is no other option available to you. Bro, come on, the game's happening.
But we all get our guts regardless.
In
Have your
case it
guts,
hasn't
come
quite
on.
sunk in yet, no matter how hard you try to hide it, the truth will come out.
On the night in question, it is now apparent that you brothers met face to face with the victim. I demand that you testify again to explain the precise circumstances under which this meeting took place.
Oh boy, we're about to get a new witness. Him? What?
This
Well,
stinks.
Do we have to?
on pain of death. I suggest you make yourselves fully aware that this is your very last chance to tell the truth. I like him.
All right, so we just got inside the gaff and shined our relief when the geezer showed his mug.
Give me that gun, fella, and then he still. Hey, cleared us like we was possessed. I thought we'd had it.
One old geezer, the bloke was stronger than an ox. He chuckled over the counter.
He choked him like a fox. He pulled me gun on him, and then he legged it through that door into the back room. So he ran to the back room.
We never had
We never had
to do
nothing.
Oh, yeah, we never had nothing to do with killing him. That's all that happened, I swear.
So it was basically a stick-up gone wrong. You pulled the gun, and then he ducked into the back. Smart man.
You mean I thought you were gonna say they pulled a gun. He goes, "Someone hit the police, but not free me."
He picks up a small one and just chucks it. I know. I'm imagining that. He puts him over his head and just throws him like a barrel from Donkey Kong. Oh. My house of Donkey Kong, Governor. So, you're telling us that that moments before the victim was killed in the storeroom, you in fact encountered him in the main part of the shop. Well, yeah. Sorry.
Well, we find ourselves at an interesting juncture. This changes matters considerably.
I don't know. But honest, Governor, this time.
This time, Nash? This time, we ain't got nothing more to hide. Very well, counsel for the defense. You may proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. This is it. The moment I've been waiting for. All right, let's go. When you say geezer, I presume you mean the victim and proprietor of the shop, Mr. Windibank.
Who else? Sorry, I mean, that's right.
We was keeping a close eye on the entrance of the gang, obviously. But we never thought no one was gonna come out of the back room like that. So he was already in the back room.
The back room being the pawnbrokery storeroom?
Yeah, that must be where they popped up from. Only place we could have been.
So it would seem the victim was already in the storeroom when these brothers entered the premises.
Iris, get that
Wait,
tea. Tea up.
Okay, let's see. Which means Gina must have been in there at that point as well.
I love
That doesn't make any sense, doesn't it? If Gina had threatened Mr. Windibank into the storeroom with her at gunpoint, then why would he have emerged from the same room all alone when the brothers arrived?
To protect her, obviously.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you see the accused at that time?
What, the mold shoulder? Couldn't tell you.
No way, Cobber. We have taken fish to fry then. Fish? Chips? I mean, the old geezer just lost it.
Hold it!
You mentioned that Mr. Windibank shouted these words in your previous testimony, too. However, you claimed that you heard him yelling them on the other side of the storeroom door.
Oh, did we?
But the truth is, he was shouting those words at you, wasn't he?
Well, yeah. Was the victim, Mr. Windibank, wielding a gun at
Was ever lummy, very ugly barreled and pointed straight at my front spine.
Wait, what is it? Front piece.
For a moment there, I thought you were doing Mr. Spotty again. It's just like, hold on, did you change him up? Spotty!
What were
Him
you?
ace the thief!
So what you're saying is, you definitely saw Mr. Windibank with a gun at that time. Is that right?
It is, Gov. It is. Spot on.
Then all of a sudden, he came at us, he did.
It was Belgium. I didn't know who was going for who.
You were clearly all going for each other.
Like Nash said, we thought we had it. I mean,
Hold it!
Yes, I know that you mentioned the counter in your previous testimony, too.
well, yeah. Of course we did.
You know, talking about that books, candlestick, and some skull, whatnot.
That got tangled in some marionette. What knocked over a picture frame. What knocked them scales on the floor.
So, in fact, it wasn't the sound of the gunshot that shocked you and made you knock those things off the counter.
Well, Big Bro here went flying over the counter like a gunshot, I can tell you. And then the old Kaiser pinned him.
He did, Nash. He did. Being there, the bloke would have flattened me like a bloomin' pancake in seconds.
At the time in question, the alarm was raised at the local police station via a secret cable from the pawnbrokery. There is a button under the counter used to activate it, which was presumably pressed by the victim.
That's right.
The information?
When the brothers fled the scene and back into the streets, they ran straight into the arriving police, didn't they?
Well, Mr. Windibank, he did everything he could do to protect his child. I'm sorry, I went for that tea.
Yeah, gotta get that blend of tea and spices.
Oh, Mr. Windibank, he did everything he could to protect his.
Explodes?
Alright, now for my city's impression again.
Did Explodes pass out?
He exploded!
He imploded!
But that's a different kind of ploded. We just need normal clothes here. Unless he's plotting on. He's plotting. He's exploiting. Exploiting? Exploiting.
He's expositioning!
Without me!
It's like the,
Beastie.
I think something happened. We'll let it go for now. Anyway, let's see.
I read it several times, so.
Okay, all right.
We'll just edit it in later. Which edit sounds better?
Hold it!
Yeah. Were you intending to shoot Mr. Windibank?
No, never. I was just, you know. Looking at me, bruv, why not? He was being threatened, don't forget.
By a man whose shop was being burgled? Yes.
And then, the man fled into the storeroom when you pointed your gun at him. Is that it?
Sorry if I
that's it.
missed a line. My phone died.
Oh, okay.
No.
Your phone
It's
died
okay, we
the moment,
had at
the
least-
moment your grit girl showed up. Not grit, flat girl decided to speak. And we're like, what happened?
It's okay. We got two really good lines. Two good line reads of it. Both of them are brilliant. Yeah, that's it. He shot me away. Then ran off through that door and shut himself in.
There's something about that last remark. Something that doesn't quite ring true.
I wonder why Mr. Winterbank ran away to the storeroom.
Nani?
Well, they admitted they saw Lestrade there. So I'm guessing he saw them pull a gun and just went straight to Lestrade in order to protect her.
But didn't he, like, hate her?
Yeah, she was a customer at the end of the day.
All right. Well,
I mean,
according to what everyone's saying.
I mean, she was there
Anyways.
for the best of reasons. Remember, she had gotten there to find out about the manuscripts or whatever it is. Poor blimey,
Kitty
all
was-
that.
Kitty was in there waiting for him with a gun.
Ah,
Why did he
yes,
call
that's
her
right.
Guinea?
Gina was allegedly used Mr. Winterbank's gun to threaten him and force him to open the storeroom door. In which case, how did the gun end up in Mr. Winterbank's hands again?
Unless
I
it
have no
was the
idea.
brilliant Mr. Winterbank.
But that is strange, isn't it?
This little inconsistency could be significant. I should make a mental note of it. No.
Look, the point is, me and my brother here.
That's right, Nash. That's right. Me and me brother here.
Hold it!
You say you had nothing to do with it.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Nothing. The old geezer went in and shut himself in the back room, didn't he?
Thought it was. From the inside.
You know it was, because we tried to open it.
Oh? That's a decent door, that one. But it's true. But an itch. So in the end, the situation remains unchanged. Inside the store with the pawnbroker, there was only one other person. The sole person who possibly shot the victim. The accused, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Yeah. Would indeed appear so. What say to that, Consul?
I don't know. Was there anyone else apart from Gina who could have possibly have shot Mr. Winterbank?
Yes. Remember when they said their testimony, they heard someone say, "Give me that gun," and then bang, there was someone else. Unless they could identify that the person saying, well, actually, it wouldn't necessarily prove much, but it's just like, okay, but if he had the gun, then who else might have had a gun to pull on him then?
Mystery Mr. Skulkin.
He does like to say he wants to shoot himself.
But if
Well,
that's
he
the case,
did.
then that wouldn't have been him saying, "Give me that gun," because he would have been pointing the gun at himself. Then that would imply that Gina would have said, "Give me that gun, governor."
And that would have been a lass, not what he described as a man.
Or it could have just had him say, "Give me that gun," then he shot himself.
Give me that gun, I need to shoot myself.
Like in Hook, when Captain Hook tries to off himself and he says, "It's me. Don't try to stop me, please. Me, try to stop me. Me, get up here. Come up here, help me, please." It's like, so it just went off. That's it. What, mate? You fucking what, mate?
What's that look for?
From the moment you admitted that you encountered the victims face to face that night, the course of this trial changed completely.
It did. What is your point, my learned Japanese friend?
The question we must answer is who could have shot Mr. Winterbank? And it is the belief of the defense that the defendant is not the only is not the only possible answer at all. I like how they put a box for this guy.
You have my attention. In that case, let us return to this plan of the premises. The victim was killed in the storeroom, which was locked from the inside. Those are the facts. So pray, what other possible answer to the question of who shot the man could there be?
Counsel, you must now provide answers to the court in respect of the two conundrums.
2, my lord? Twice as many chances to be right, maybe.
Indeed.
Oh.
Indeed, namely, from what location did the culprit shoot the victim? And furthermore, where was the victim at the time?
Understood, my lord.
Are you right, Runo?
I'm not entirely sure, but there's one thing I'm sure about. If I can prove that there's a credible new alternative to what happened, it would change Gina's prospects hugely.
So now, time for some clarity. Show the court on his plan the answers to the question posed by his lordship. If you believe someone else could have killed the victim, indicate from where that person could have fired the gun. Under the desk. Remember, it was shot at a lower angle, which meant someone could have very well been hiding behind that desk when he came out of the storeroom and then met the robbers. But as he was fleeing back into the room, he could have been shot then.
He could have saw it, and that's why he said, "Give me the gun."
Or yeah, maybe someone else was in that room. Okay. Now,
I
let's
thought there
point
was
to
a
an
desk in
area.
there. You meant
No, I meant like the outside desk. But then again, that may not make too much sense because it's like, but hold on, that means they would have heard the shot before he said anything, and he died instantly. But here's the thing: Gina was on, okay, for lack of a better word, from the door into the storeroom, Gina's on the right side. But the person that would have shot him would have had to have been on the left side, the bottom right-hand corner of the storeroom. So down. Because remember, he was shot on his left side. Gina was holding the gun in her right hand. But if your right hand is standing on that side of him, from the back there, then that would have lined up the shot
Wait.
perfectly on his left side of the back.
Wait a minute, I got a question then. So you're thinking someone shot him right here, right?
Yes, they would have had to have been in the storeroom.
But like, okay, what if they shot him from here?
well, that door is way too thick steel.
No, but you can open up the slider to see inside, right?
Oh.
You shoot the guy from that angle behind, chuck the gun at Lestrade. She's like, "What the heck?" And then she passes out from like fear.
Well, two possibilities. Let's start with the door.
So like the door here.
Yeah, if not, we can just try that corner.
Would you believe someone else could have killed the victim? Indicate where the person could have fired the gun. Okay, here.
Take that!
The defense believes that the culprit could have shot the victim from this location here.
And in answer to the second question, assuming the culprit fired from the location indicated, where was the victim at the time? Under the desk? Oh, did I say victim?
It would be inside the storeroom here, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right there, yes.
Take that!
The culprit shot the victim from outside the storeroom.
Continue.
Oh, that's good. I like how they added that extra instrument here. Just now.
I can barely hear it.
Oh. Mr. Windibank died instantly from a bullet wound in his back.
Bullet.
Looking at this. Oh, wait, do I get points for that?
1
believe
point
so.
to Gimli.
Looking at the stain of blood on the storeroom floor, it doesn't appear that the body was moved after death, which tells us that he was almost certainly shot while he was in the storeroom. However, the crucial point is, where was the shooter when the fatal bullet was fired?
So you're adamant that the shot was fired from outside the storeroom?
Well, according to Skulkin Brothers earlier, let me say that again. Well, according to the Skulkin Brothers' earlier testimony, pulled my gun and then led it through the door into the back room. Oh. If Mr. Windibank ran away through the door, we have to assume that the door was open at the time.
Ugh.
Not what I was thinking about, but sure. It was precisely at that moment when the victim was fleeing for his life.
It's to the couch.
And these brothers
Oh,
had
they
the
can't just
perfect
run.
opportunity to shoot the man in the back once he was inside the storeroom like a fat, scared man.
Hey, he may have been scared, but
Come to think of it, do you remember what the prosecutor said at the start of the trial?
about the gun pointed at his head.
Moving on to the findings, Scott Yards, his report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. Okay. Means the victim. Yeah, we got that. Yeah.
Poor man. Shot while he was running as fast as he could to safety.
Ah, of course. He would have been leaning forward as he was running away. So even if the bullet was fired horizontally, it would still have hit his body on an upward trajectory.
Oh, so we're just saying these guys just killed him.
So the culprit isn't necessarily someone shorter than Mr. Windibank.
Okay, we're just saying these guys just tried to murder him. Objection. I'm sure my learned police friend can't have forgotten that the storeroom door was found closed and locked from the inside. You claim the victim was shot as he fled into the room. That would explain why he was sprawled out. If he had just fallen, shouldn't his legs have been more buckled right underneath his body, not out from the side? Do you also claim his corpse was dexterous enough to turn the key in the lock? Maybe it locked by itself.
But what if someone else locked the door?
Yeah, like Ginny.
Yes, there is someone else who could have locked the storeroom door.
Is that so?
Very well then, Counsel. Present your hypothesis to the court. In the scenario just described, the defense's assertion is that the victim was shot from the outside the storeroom. In which case, who shut and locked the storeroom door from the inside?
Yeah, there was only other person there was Ginny here. Yeah.
Yeah, because she would have heard the shot, and honestly, she would have locked the door. She wouldn't have known any better. Then she probably would have taken the gun only because she thought maybe they're going to try and break in, and I have to defend myself. You know?
Possibly.
Why else would she hold the gun? She held it because she was scared.
I'll give that point to Ben. Obviously, the person who locked the door was the only other person inside the storeroom at the time. The defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Objection!
Objection. That's absurd. You're suggesting the accused deliberately engineered the sealed room? For what possible reason? Such actions would only serve to tighten the noose around her neck.
I am inclined to agree, I must say. Well, Counsel.
Yes, that's a tricky one. That isn't it?
Half-baked notions have no place in my courtroom. Remember that, please.
But of course, Kitty would have locked the door. You know, it goes without saying, doesn't it?
It does?
Well, if I was Kitty in that situation, I know I would have locked the door as quickly as I could. I mean, those two burglars had just fired a gun in her direction, hadn't they?
Oh, yeah, obviously. Before the two brothers
Put your hand
arrived,
down.
Miss Lestrade and Mr. Windibank were in the storeroom together. Now, I don't know what went on between them at that time, but at some point, Mr. Windibank must have heard the intruders breaking into his shop and left the storeroom.
Intruders, eh? That's us, bruv.
If your theory is correct, that would leave the accused alone in the storeroom.
Yes, it would. Then probably, only moments later, the victim fled back through the storeroom door, hoping to escape danger. Bang! Hit in the back by the bullet, Mr. Windibank fell to the floor where he was, just inside the storeroom. And what we have to ask ourselves now is, what would the defendant have done at that moment?
I see where you're going with this. That's right, Nash. That's right.
Outside the storeroom was a terrifying killer who had just murdered Mr. Windibank. As soon as that thought struck Miss Lestrade, she slammed the door shut and locked it, in order to save her own life.
Hold it!
Right. I mean, we ain't the ones who done it.
We ain't, Glove. We ain't. You gotta believe us. I mean, come on. We never shoot no one.
Objection!
That's blatantly untrue. I know for a fact that you would. Because before my eyes, you shot Mr. Herlock Sholmes. There is only one logical conclusion here. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, you brothers had every opportunity to have been the true perpetrators of Mr. Windibank's murder. Yeah, I nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah!
Where does that leave us? You gonna say it wasn't the big bug who shot the bone broker after
You
all?
could have known those three brothers.
I'm hungry.
That
This
would
smells
be amazing,
delicious.
Bruno. All the members of the jury seem to be firmly on your side now.
I know, first time ever, and probably the last.
Well, I think you've done it. Surely they'll have to give you a verdict or not.
I didn't realize he was a Cyberman.
An admirable effort, my learned friend.
What's
That's right,
this
he dropped
now?
the Nipponese this time.
He's laughing?
You find the situation amusing, Lord Van Six. I myself find the defense's argument most persuasive.
I dare say. Such chicanery is the bread and butter of the street performers in your provincial eastern nation. Damn. But such blatantly malicious conjuring tricks amount to nothing more than the inexcusable pettifoggery here. Hey, whoa. I'm not talking about pettifoggery here.
What?
Pettifoggery. The hypothesis you put forward so ostensibly, credibly cannot and will not stand. Because, you see, it contains a fatal flaw.
Uh-oh.
A fatal flaw.
Do you mean to tell me you're unaware of your logic's failing?
Well, yeah, otherwise he wouldn't have said it.
I say, Lord Manseeks. Might be an idea to explain this body contouring trick or whatever it is to the troops on the ground, huh? The fatal flaw in my learned Nipponese friend's argument is really very simple to understand. Assuming you're not too dim-witted to count bullets. Uh-oh. By George! I think bullets? Wait, who the hell counts?
Oh dear. You noticed then.
No?
I noticed.
What's everyone talking about?
Council.
Yes, sir.
Tell the court how many bullets were found at the scene of the crime.
Two bullets.
Correct. The first, that which hit the victim in the back, ending his life. And the second, that which struck the detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, on his arrival at the scene.
Wait, are you telling me there's only one bullet in the gun?
We did go over this. It's like, oh, there's no sign that the gun was fired. It's like, but then who fired the gun?
The defense presented a picture showing the damage caused by the second bullet earlier in the proceedings. The bullet which injured Mr. Sholmes appears to have been passed through his body to strike the calendar.
Your lordship's understanding is correct. Furthermore, we know there are two firearms involved in the incident. The revolver belonging to the victim, Mr. Windybank, and the Skulkin brothers' revolver.
Wait,
The evidence shows that a single bullet was fired from each gun.
Yes, indeed it does.
wait.
Single bullet from each.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, did Guinea
No, 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 no,
accidentally
no, no.
shoot Holmes?
No. Then she locked herself back in the room again and she passed out from what she had done. But that doesn't make any sense because there was a scuffle. Unless she had come out in a rage after seeing the man dead. For some reason. But that means, yeah, the second bullet, oh man, there's a way to track these balls because, again, they're just musket balls. There's no way to really tell. Alright. Now then, my learned Nippons. You yourself told the court only moments ago that these two brothers shot Mr. Sherlock Holmes right before your eyes.
Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness, I think you're right.
That if a single bullet was fired from the brothers' gun hit Mr. Sholmes, it means
We need to make sure by same gun. Stop. Only one bullet. Stop. I forgot her voice.
You were going for Wendy. You were
Exactly.
going for old bag, I think, for her.
Just a little bit bag, not complete old bag. Yes, this Nipponese street performer presented an ostensibly credible argument. However, it was never anything more than a diversionary trick with no hope of standing up to scrutiny. critical hit.
Order! Order! Order.
Wow, that's the second volley you wasted. Maybe the third.
Oh, why'd you keep doing that?
Pray, forgive the discourtesy. I'm so fabulous. And pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging the dregs of this hallowed nectar into the public gallery.
I just clean that up.
Lord Von Zykes.
But this court needs to open its eyes. The accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, is no ordinary little girl. Despite her young years, she can, regrettably, no longer be described as a juvenile. She's an adult! She's legal! No, the person in the dock is far from a law-abiding citizen. She has a past riddled with criminal conduct.
So no, she's not.
The truth is, the accused broke into the pawnbrokery on the night in question with loathsome intent. We can see beyond doubt in this print which depicts her threatening the victim with a murder weapon. Yeah, we kind of forgot about that. And I have here in my possession one more piece of evidence. The prosecution witness wishes to present. Blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
That disc.
Flashback.
Yes, that music box disc, Begilded's music box disc. Man, you imagine? Oh man, wait, what? I don't know if they had technology before that, but was McGilded recording his conversation or something?
That's what I'm assuming. Or
Blackmail?
recording something, or maybe the tune is like the key of a number, and it translates into a hidden message to send to people for his criminal activities or something, like Morse code or something. But with music, it's like the subliminal messages you tell the people to get your waifu to obey you with hypnotism.
Ah, so totally Spies
What?
episode. Got it.
Lord, we haven't watched those in a few minutes. Anywho,
Well,
the very day before the fateful murder of Mr. Windybank.
I will regret to tell you we saw some more episodes of Mega XLR yesterday.
Yeah, that's fine. I just was glad to see the two that I saw.
Yeah, we saw
Which ones?
the Sailor Moon one.
Wait,
Yeah, I
there
was
was
there.
man. It's okay.
Sailor
I got the
Moon
Power
with
Rangers
robots. And
Mecha
also
Magical
another
Girls.
fighting ring one.
Oh boy, always a classic. The accused attempted to make off with his article, which clearly doesn't belong to her. And with none of the subtlety of a pickpocket, I might add.
Hey,
But
George.
by brute force
Yeah.
and brazen impudence, George
Excuse me, I'm gonna
twisted-
drink some tea real loudly, so
I'm here.
Hey,
I'm here to kick it.
George can do
Really?
George can be the prosecution because I gotta go here soon.
Oh, don't give me the prosecution. I'm pretty sure Mark will end the stream right now.
we probably should. We've been doing this for a while.
It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could probably end it here. That's a good place to have a cliffhanger. So with that being said, we will see you guys next time for some more great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.